The third diagram that we're going to create is the solar geometry diagram from plan view. Okay, for that, we'll put that right here. But for that, we will need your drawing that has your solar diagram on here, right? That's where you try to derive all your solar angle for the south sun, okay? But when we did this, we first did the circle with the arcs. What we're going to do is take the top view and go ahead and copy it and cut and trim, or cut, edit, cut, and then go ahead and drop it into our drawing here. So we say paste, edit, paste, paste. And just be careful. Right now I'm just kind of moving everything everywhere. Remember, these have its own line layer to it, so when you bring it in, you might want to have named it like solar geometry or something like that. Okay, but anyways, we have this thing right here, and it is going to fit right over this square. This is a little bit big right now, so I'm going to scale it down, scale, and then select somewhere and say 0.5. That makes it half the size. For you, it might be different depending on what size you drew this thing. Also, since this part right here is north, we're going to have to rotate the solar diagram to face this north arrow. So again, we could take this line right here, or copy this line and move it from anywhere really, and just rotate this object. So rotate, and from here to there and match it to that. If I did that correctly, it is facing true north. Okay, so with that, if I move it right into place, like I'm going to say that this is my solar geometry diagram. So if I say line, just to get it into the center of my square, draw a temporary line, okay, and then maybe mark off the midpoint in my O-snap, and then copy this thing, copy or move, copy from that center line right there, or center of that circle, move it right in and move it to the midpoint. So mid, and there it is. So that is the midpoint of my object. Get rid of that whatchamacallit, that temporary line that we just drew. And these are my solar arcs, solar geometry arcs. Just to give it a little bit of flavor, we could also add circles to this. So this right here, maybe we'll add a 3-foot circle, and that could be my sun at sunset on the equinox. This one could be my sun at sunrise on the equinox. This one is summer sun sunrise, summer sun sunset. And on this side we could add on winter sun sunrise, winter sun sunset. And then for the 3 solar noon, I could find where the arc intersects, 1, 2, and 3. Those are my noon sun. So with this, I should have enough line work here so that I could start to highlight, put line weights on any of these guys, and maybe highlight the sun location, dash the solar arcs and such. With this, I have a solar geometry, or I'm sorry, solar path diagram. So I will come here and copy the title and rename it. Solar path. That seems alright. And there's the name for that title. Okay. The last square here is reserved for the solar geometry diagram, and that has a little bit of futzing to do. So as long as we have the plan view pretty much done and ready to work on your line weights, let's just leave it at that and say save. While you're working, remember, keep saving your work so that file save as, so that everything is returnable. Okay.